TV Africa and turn the notification on. Facetv Africa, subscribe, hete.
Face TV.
Good afternoon, our wonderful viewers. I remain Femi Bakari, and today we'll be talking about.
Please subscribe to Facetv Africa.
Let's take a view at what he said. He said you need to get high before talking to God. That means you have to be seriously high before you can talk to your God. Wow. To me, I see it as he's just being kidding anyway. Maybe he's joking or something. I really can't say. And some people, to this statement, they will have to react to it. Some people they'll have to take the positive side, while some people will take the negative side. So it will be like a form of debate. But let's take a look at it like this. If you say you have to get high before talking to God, what are those factors you need to consider? What are those, positive and negative aspects of you taking weed before talking to God? Is it that you want to be higher than the Most High? This is how some people used to say. So, to me, when you say you want to get high before talking to God, it doesn't really make sense. That means you want to go deeper than the spiritual realm itself. And that's what all these smokers, that's what they used to say. They said they will always target to something like they have to go in a deeper spirit before they can talk to their creator. If you go to Jamaica, for instance, there are a lot of smokers there. Even here in Nigeria, there are a lot of Indian hemp consumers there, but it's not as high as the Jamaican people. So, this is it. Some youths nowadays, they've gotten themselves so brainwashed that they've started abusing this substance. If you see the rate at which alcohol and all this drug substance is being consumed heavily, go to beer parlor, go to their hostels in school, go to wherever you can think of getting these youths these days. So the thing is this: nobody is saying drug is not good, but you have to look at the negative aspect of it, and it has the positive aspects. So the positive aspect of you taking drug is simply to reduce stress, mental stress, just to say, and some they are just body painkillers like tramadol and the rest. But these days, our youths have so much abused this drug, tramadol, that we know that it used to kill it used to kill pain and all those body supplement and all those things before. Now if they can take 10 pills of tramadol, but they won't still feel. Some they will say they just want to overwork themselves. Some they just want to stay awake, and all different kind of call it. So weed now so the way they now consume weed too is really high alarming. And there's this smoke now, they call it Colorado. So that Colorado is so crazy that when they consume it, it takes them out of this space. It takes them out of this world. They really don't know what they are doing anymore. So it is in this vein that Seun Kuti is now saying you have to get high before you can talk to. How else do you want to get high before you can talk to God? How does it make sense? Let's take a look at some of those videos where some youths engage themselves in taking Colorado and other drug substance. Let's
ẹ dá mi sí yẹn náà lórí.
those videos I just showed you now, we can see how these drugs has really demoralized some of our youth. Some people they have future, but due to the fact that they've taken so much drugs, they've really idealized drugs, weed, and all those things. It will now affect their future. Some people just take it just for the fact that they want to read, but you need to slow down the pace. If you are taking weed just for the fact that you want to read, you need to slow down the pace. This thing is really killing. It has positive and it has negative, but the negative aspect is more than the positive aspect of it. Let me just take my time to read out the positive and the negative aspect of this substance for you. Hold on. Marijuana, okay, let me see. These are the stimulating effects. Marijuana may boost your mood, but it may also cause hyperactive, rapid breathing, and increases in both blood pressure and heart rate. These effects aren't as common in marijuana compared to depressant effects. Its other side effects, this may include bloodshot, high, dry mouth, and increased appetite. Now, when you're taking all these things, you need to consider the fact that, okay, because the people that I know that used to take, that consume this weed very well, are the people that are well-to-do, probably the wealthy people and the likes. Now, when they consume this weed, when they take this weed, they have good food at home that they can fall back to. Some, they just take it for fun, but notwithstanding, they still have something good to fall back to. But you, one Ajepako in one local area like that, you have nothing. So most of all these guys, when they finish taking the weed, they will still go back and take Gary. They take food that is not really, and the thing is, they don't even now have nutritionists that will recommend good food for them. That's the rate of it all. So now most of these guys, they look haggard on the streets. They just look haggard. They look tattered. It is this same weed that spoiled their life. So the thing is this, if you are going to really consider the fact that you are going to smoke as well as anything, think twice. Do I have good food at home? Who is going to take care of me? How am I going to take care of myself? Not that you take it and now go back and be drinking Gary. You look tattered. It will even increase the rate of your thinking faculty. Because look at those rich men out there. They are always looking fresh. Because they have good nutritionists that will recommend good food for them. But you, nobody. You don't even have the money to take care of yourself, not to talk of you taking weed. So if you are going to follow Seun Kuti's advice, you have to think twice. You have to think twice. Check your background. Look at where you are coming from. To me, this statement is really misleading. You have to get high before talking to God. Who does that? Truly, we know that it's God that created this thing called. He really created the tree, the weed tree. It's for medicinal and herbal purpose. So that's the two major things that I know it to be for. So this one that people are now abusing it in a wrong way. I really don't understand. And the thing is, I think our youth need to be empowered, kind of like there need to be a kind of symposium for our youth. How we just need to educate them on how this thing can be consumed. Because some of these people don't know. They just take it for fun. You just take, and then peer pressure, coupled with the fact that peer pressure and all those things. That's the major reason why they consume it. It's not as if it really have one benefit to them or anything. So I've come to the end of today's program. I'll thank you for really watching. I really appreciate. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Facetv. Thank you.
And turn the notification on. Face TV Africa, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ subscribe, hete.
Face TV.